What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode 20 of AthleteCast. Yes, sir, we just hit the big 20, and who I'm here with today?
Evan Weber,
Yes, sir. What you play, Evan?
quarterback for the football team.
QB1 here. So, first question, starting off, how's your experience as a student athlete been so far?
You know, bro, it's been good. I can't complain. Coming in as a freshman all the way from Arizona, it was kind of surreal just coming to Iowa. But the football team welcomed me in with open arms, and then just getting in the classroom, hitting the books hard. You know, it's been good. It's pretty smooth, nice and steady.
Nice and steady, huh? Like, hold on. So, you from Arizona, right?
Yes,
so,
sir.
How long has you adjusted to the cold here yet?
Yeah.
You have? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I be rocking the short sleeves in the cold, bro.
Nah, y'all tripping. I ain't never seen you wear no short sleeve.
Man, I was wearing it out in the rain when we was running them tempo runs on Friday.
But it wasn't cold, though.
It was chilly.
But it wasn't
The
cold.
cold just a mentality. So I was
It
locked
wasn't
in.
even cold, though.
We just gotta be locked in, bro. Cold just a mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Cap. I tried to psych myself up for that. That does not work, son. So you said it went pretty smooth. So what would be your advice for future student athletes?
You know, I would say put God first. Just trust His plan, His process for you. Obviously, He's put you in the situation you're in for a reason. So ultimately, if you trust His plan, you just continue to put one foot in front of the other, like you're gonna be successful no matter what you do, especially as a student athlete, because you got to be able to not only juggle class, but you got to study film, you got to study the playbook, you got to do all that stuff and be able to know what's gonna happen with your opponent on a Saturday. So you just got to be able to understand like the balance between school and athletics.
Real. All right, so you saying all this studying film. As I know, you go to the field, get that little extra work in and everything, but what inspires you to keep doing this and keep going and trying to get better?
You know, ultimately, I'd have to say, just looking back at the young me, I always had the dream of playing college ball, and now it's like I'm here now. So just looking back at that and understanding that not everybody has the opportunity that I have to come to college and play ball at the highest level. So just being inspired by that young Evan, and then obviously my family got to do it for them. And like I said earlier, like God has me in this position for a reason.
Real. I'm not gonna lie, I'm liking your answers right now.
Yes, sir. Got
I'm
to.
liking your answers right now. So, being on the football team, what would you say your favorite thing is about the team?
Man, I just say the family aspect. Here at Simpson, like our football team, we a big family. We always supporting each other, whether we having ups or downs. We always rocking with each other, and that's been the biggest thing for me. Just knowing that we have that family aspect, that everyone here is welcome with open arms.
That is facts. So, what made you come to Simpson in the first place?
Well, when I got here on my visit, I was like, I'm in Iowa, like I don't know how this is gonna be. And then, you know, I meet Coach Hoskins, and he welcomed me with open arms, just like all the other coaching staff. And then him and I had good talks. And then I got in the film room with Coach Aldinger. We sat in there. We watched film for 2 hours, and I was like, yep, this is where I want to be. Like, I'm trying to watch the film. Like, I'm trying to know exactly what my opponent finna do on a Saturday. Like, I want to be ready to go. So just being welcomed with open arms, and then just seeing, like, the time and effort that the coaches put into their players and their program, it just inspired me and wanted me to come here.
Nah, film for 2 hours is wild.
No, I was loving it, bro. I was in there. I was locked.
On a visit, though, bro?
Yo, I was locked. I was watching that. We was watching my film. We was watching Jay's film. We was watching everything. I was ready to go.
So, like, watching film, like, did you know you was going to go here before that?
No, I had no clue that I was finna come here. So we kind of just watched my high school film, and then went over some of the stuff that he liked about that. And then we watched some of Jay Jensen's film, former starter here, who we all know he's one of the greatest in Simpson history. And we watched his film, and he was like, this is what Jay does good. He's like, we're looking for the same thing in the next guy. And, you know, just watching all that film, I was like, if the coach is finna watch all that film with me, like, this is where I need to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I say. Like, watching film with coaches is crazy. Okay, so I know you said it's going smooth and everything, but, like, have you had a difficult part? Like, difficulty adjusting to being a student athlete?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my biggest thing is my sleep schedule, because I'm going to put my all into whatever I do, whether it be in the books, in the classroom, football. So just trying to figure out like a balanced sleep schedule where you can not only study like your classwork and all that stuff, but also having time for all the football aspect of things. So I just make sure that, getting the proper amount of sleep, that'd be the biggest difficulty for me so far. But I'm starting to balance it out and figure things out with that. So,
I know why you ain't getting enough sleep. You be on the damn game.
nah, I don't be playing the game that much, bro.
Bro,
I
hear you down the hallway. Chill, bro. Every time you rage,
Hey,
man.
I'm finna compete in whatever I do, bro. So you know me, I gotta have pride in that game, bro.
Are you playing the NCAA tournament tomorrow?
Yeah, you finna get whooped.
I don't
You
know.
finna get slapped.
I don't know about all that now. I did say one thing though. If I do lose and get eliminated, I'm taking my TV and my PS5 with me. I know that.
I'm the one who beat you on it. I'm keeping it.
Nah, that's crazy work. So this is a mental health podcast. So as a student athlete, how do you handle your mental health?
Yeah, I've been through a lot of ups and downs. I've dealt with some mental health stuff, and ultimately just knowing, like I said earlier, like not everybody has this opportunity. Like you gotta be, like you're blessed to have this opportunity. I'm blessed to have this opportunity, and like God's granted me with this dream of playing ball, and He has me at this level. So, like mental health wise, I got a life coach. He gets me right. But realistically, for me, whenever I'm struggling, just going to God, picking up His Word, reading His Word, letting it speak to me, kind of just sitting, having time with Him and myself, just figuring out like what's going on and just talking to Him, telling him what I'm struggling with, and just trusting His plan that He has set forth for me.
All right, so you is a big religious man, big guy man. Where does that come from, essentially?
My pops, my dad back home, since I was little, it's always been God first, family second, and that's how it should be. God should always be your first priority no matter what's going on. So just like whatever I'm going through, like my parents, they'll just send me Bible verses every morning. Like if I'm having a rough day, they'll find that Bible verse and they'll send it right to me. And it's just like, if my family's inspire me on that walk with Christ, like I'm going to inspire them right back. So just being able to have them inspire me and me inspire my siblings.
Okay. All right. If somebody else could describe you, how would they describe you?
Ooh. Hard worker. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have like the hard working mentality in all that you do, and resilient. I've been through a lot and I've been able to stay up on my feet and keep grinding.
Okay. That might correlate to the few questions I'm going to ask you later. So, hold on. What? I already got that question right there. Why is that? Am I tripping? Yeah, okay. So, are you planning on staying here the rest of your 3 years?
That's the plan. The plan is to stay here, help build this program and what Hoskins has in his sights. But just trusting God's plan for me. Like as always, like I keep saying, just trusting that plan that He has for me, just rocking with it.
You're the first person to actually say that's the plan. Everybody else said, nah.
See, bro, like that's the thing is, like I'm big in my belief with Christ. So if He got me here, like He got me here for a reason. So I just got to keep trusting that.
I ain't gonna lie. It need to be some upgrades on campus. Not even gonna lie.
What you talking about? What kind of upgrades we need?
Like, bro, for one, better food, bro.
That's facts. You know me, man. I like to eat all that natural, organic type food.
You
gotta get right with that.
You really do take care of your body, bro. Like
I try to,
like,
bro.
Do you eat vegan? Like
no. I don't eat vegan. I was a not plant-based. I was like meat-based diet. So I was having meat, and then I get the fruits in there, all that organic, natural stuff. But that plant-based stuff, it ain't for me.
Hey, bro, if you trying to go on a diet, hit my man's Evan up. He got you. So, what do you plan on accomplishing for your next 3 years here at Simpson?
I want to be able to accomplish things like at a football program. Make it to the playoffs. Just make that playoff push. Because I'm a big team guy, so I'm not gonna have I got goals for myself, but I'm not gonna flaunt those goals. Like I'm a big team guy. Like I want the team to be successful. Whether that's me at quarterback or somebody else coming in at quarterback, just the success of the team, my biggest goal for my 3 years left here.
All right, so since you're not a big guy on yourself, what goals have you set for yourself?
Yeah, going into this next year, my biggest goals for myself, I want to be that guy for the team, be QB1, and then after that, I want to be the ARC Offensive Player of the Year or Player of the Year. Just have those big goals for myself, but you can't just set those big goals. You got to have little ones in between. So, because if you set those big goals, man, you're going to keep chasing them. You're just going to wear yourself out because you ain't got those little wins coming in. So one of my goals was to be on leadership council. And I succeeded with that. So that's one of my little wins that I've got that just keeps pushing me to keep going forward. You know what I'm saying?
Big leader guy, by the way. So as a QB or as a person, what do you consider your greatest strength?
I would say leadership. You know, I try to lead by example in everything I do, whether that be my actions, my words, but I've always been told actions speak louder than words, so I try to lead by my actions. I can get vocal at times. I'm pretty vocal, but just leading by my actions, I want to be a leader. I want people to know that they can look to me when they need, like, guidance. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, boy, we rolled through these questions. I need to start coming up with some more material, bro. So, what do you consider your greatest weakness as a person or as a football player?
I'll probably say self-confidence, you know, and that's one of my biggest struggles with mental health is my self-confidence. That's one of the things I've been working on recently, but like I suffered an injury my senior year. I was pretty self-confident in myself up until that point, and then I suffered that injury, and since then it's been a struggle. It's been lots of ups and downs. So I'd probably say my biggest weakness is my self-confidence, which I'm trying to gain back, you know what I'm saying?
You don't seem like that, though. You seem like you got a lot of confidence in yourself.
See, bro, that's what I'm saying. There's inner battles that people don't know about, you know? And that's why I got hooked up with the life coaches. You know, his biggest thing is, like, he's a big religious guy, so he leads me in that way as well. But just making sure that I got that self-confidence in myself, but not letting myself have ego and pride. You know, just making sure that I stay even keel and, like, humble at all times. Live my life with humility.
All right, I got a question. Is it true that Coach Hop gave Noah the book that y'all reading for Leadership Council? Did he give Noah the chapter of having an ego or something like that?
Yeah, he got the chapter with Check the Ego, which we reading on Sunday as a group.
Yeah, I heard about that. I was like, damn.
Yeah. You know, personally, bro, like, I don't think he has that big of an ego. You know, like, I feel like he's that guy that's going to lead by example. He's not a very vocal guy, but he's going to lead by his actions, and that's why he's had so much success, especially as just a freshman. But, like, a lot of people see him just because of his success that he has a big ego. But me personally, like, I think he's a quiet guy that's just going to lead with his actions and put in the work.
Yeah. I don't think it's his ego either. But it's just how he walks around. Though.
Yeah, but I mean, with that talent, bro, like, it's easy to let yourself get an ego, and I feel like that's something that he's controlled, is not letting himself get that big head. You know, like, he pushes everybody to get better. He's always wanted to go to the field. Like, he's still trying to get better. He's not getting complacent. So, like, it's easy to have an ego when you're having success like that, especially as a freshman at the college level. But, like, he don't let that ego get to him. He stays humble, lives with humility. Like, he just keeps grinding, keeps his head down.
That's who I need to get on here. I want Noah on here. Even though he's quiet, I want him on there.
Yeah.
And then Aiden's talking about get him and CJ on here, bro.
Yeah, CJ will be the life of the party. He'll get some good responses out of him.
I'm not putting both of them on here.
I wouldn't put them on here at the same time.
But he wants to come in here at the same time with CJ. I'm not putting both of them on the pod.
Yeah, you'd have to bring them in separately, but you get some good answers out of CJ for sure. He got a lot of energy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, it's a lot of people I'm trying to get on here, bro. It's just they be having busy schedules.
For sure.
Some of them have work and stuff. I'll be like, dang, bro.
Yeah, that's why you got to get all the athletes, bro. Just every schedule's different, so whenever they're free, you just got to hit them up.
Like, I've been trying to get, like, other teams in here, bro. Like, that's hard, too.
Yeah.
Because I don't communicate with a lot of people on campus besides the team, for real. So
yeah, well, we lift in the morning, so we get all that stuff out the way. A lot of people lift throughout the day, and then you got to mix that with their class schedule, so.
Like, track, they lift weights at, like, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when I normally come in here and record.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to wind down if I was lifting at 5 o'clock. I like lifting in the morning because I'm up, got the energy, I'm ready to go for sure.
I like that though.
Definitely, bro.
I do not have no more questions for you, which is really crazy right now because I usually have a lot of questions. You and Adonis just be
flying through it, bro. Short and simple.
Short and simple.
Yep.
But hey, at least I ain't got to edit that much.
Yeah, short and simple, man.
14 minutes? Hey, I'm not complaining.
Yep.
But I'm trying to think of some more questions for you, bro. Like, Straight off the top of the dome.
Let me hit you with a question, bro.
Ooh.
What's your biggest goal for this upcoming year, both personally and team wise? I know I probably already know what your team goal is, but what's your individual goals as well?
Team goal, bro. Honestly, just to beat out everybody at the starting spot. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I won't be mad if I don't, but like, cause I'm not a big person of sitting on the sideline. Like,
yeah.
I came here to play,
yeah.
so sitting on the sideline for me is not really an option.
Yeah.
So that's really just my goal for this. That's my goal for the spring, is to beat out whoever's trying to beat me for that spot, and then come fall, whoever comes in as a freshman or transfer, you know, keep that momentum going and
for sure.
keep the spot the whole season. Now, personally, I would like to say, like, get better vocally. Like,
yeah.
Me and Jaden had a talk like 3 episodes ago, and I was talking about, like, I'm not the type of leader to, like, just call you out on your shit.
Yeah.
I'm like the type to, like you were saying earlier, lead by example.
For sure.
Because I'm not as talkative. So, like, working on, like, being vocal.
We got to have an even balance, too, with your leaders. Like, we got those vocal leaders, and then we got those guys that are just going to lead by example. So, I mean, when you got a leadership like we do on our team, like, everybody finna balance each other out. You know what I'm saying? So, if you finna be that guy to lead by example, you're going to have those guys right behind you that finna be leading vocally.
Real, but, like, I want to be versatile at both.
For sure. Yeah.
So, like, because people really don't know if you, like, leading by action if you don't talk.
Yep. Feel you.
Like, people be like, why is he doing all this stuff? Unless you actually explain it to him why you doing it.
Yeah.
So that's really why I'm trying to be versatile at both of them.
For sure.
And also, as another personal goal, probably get better at like classes, get better grades.
Get better grades, hit them books a little bit more.
Yeah, because I was, like, first semester, bro, wasn't no studying going on for me.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I mean, I came in, I was like, I don't think I need to study, and then, like, it kind of came back to haunt me, and I had to lock in. So, I mean, studying, like, when people say you got to study at the college level, like, they ain't lying. Like, you got to study for real.
Talk. Well, I wouldn't say study. Like, my classes I take, it's just like, they don't do nothing but lectures.
Yeah.
So, I really just have to pay attention.
Yeah. Take the good notes.
And then once I'm like the type of person, like, if I hear something, I'm going to remember it when I see it.
For sure.
So, like, when I'm just sitting in class listening, taking notes, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm going to remember this. Because I didn't even take notes last semester. That's the craziest thing.
Bro, you got to take them notes so you can go back and look at them.
See, bro, I had a problem with, like, transitioning from high school, bro. I ain't studied none of high school and still got good grades. But now it's like I actually got to lock in and actually do the work. And I'm like,
man, everybody be saying that first semester, your freshman year, the hardest semester, and they ain't lying. Because that transition from high school to college, it ain't no joke.
Nah, real talk. And especially if you out of state, bro.
Especially if you're a student athlete, too. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to balance everything out.
Nah, real talk. Because first semester was hectic, bro.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't just football that did it. It was like just, you have to get up in the morning, lift weights, then go to class. Like, depending on how many classes you got, ain't no telling. Then, after you get out of class, you got to go straight to film, then straight out to practice. Like, you just tired by the time you get to practice because you ain't got no sleep unless, like, you got your schedule set up like that.
For sure. You got to have that schedule planned out. That way you can make sure you optimize your sleep, have that energy throughout the day so you can be firing at all cylinders.
Nah, that's what I made sure this semester.
For sure.
I mean, even though I do have 8 a.m.s after weights, like, I'll get all my classes done throughout the morning, so I have, like, throughout the day to do whatever I need to do.
For sure, bro.
You know what I mean? Okay, so, hold on. I just came up with a question. What would you say, as a quarterback, like, what would you say your playing type is? Are you one to improvise? Like, you're not really a runner, but if you get pressure, you would? Or is you scrambler type? Like,
you know, I like to consider myself a dual threat athlete, dual threat quarterback, but, you know, Schmidt said I got to have certain 10-yard dash, 10-yard flying times to be considered a dual threat. So at the moment, I can't really say I'm a pocket passer because I do run the ball quite a bit. So I like to consider myself a dual threat. I like to be able to. I know I can run the ball, throw the ball. So I'd say dual threat, but to be in Schmitz's standards, I gotta run certain times. So I gotta lock in on that, get my speed up. You know what I'm saying?
So you more like an improviser. You'll
Yeah.
you'll scramble if you have to.
Yeah.
Okay,
For sure,
okay,
for sure.
okay. What is your flight 10 right now, if you don't mind me asking?
I was at a 1-1. I had to be a sub 1 by the spring. You know, shave off a little tenth of a second. You know, put that speed work in, get right.
Okay. So what are you working on now? Like more footwork stuff, throwing, getting your arm right?
Yeah. I was back home over the winter, obviously, and I was working with my QB trainer down there, and we was working on my form, and then we was working on my footwork, working on the lower body half. One of my biggest things is the hip disassociation with my upper body, not having my shoulder open up at the same time as my hips. So just making sure that my lower body is working how it's supposed to be, and my upper body is where it needs to be at the same time. So, quarterback it's a whole body movement. It's not just down at the feet work. It's not just upper body. Like, it's everything. You gotta have your base right. You gotta have your hips right. Upper body gotta be right. So for me, like, I gotta work on my footwork for sure, because like I seem to rush my throws a little bit and not be on my base. So working on that footwork got me right, and just trying to focus on the little details, honing on those things, just make sure that I could be the best player I possibly could be.
Okay. So as somebody that has got injured at the high school level, and you spoke about you having an injury, what was that injury?
I broke my throwing wrist.
Throwing wrist?
Yeah.
All right. So going through all that, did you have to get surgery and anything?
Yeah. So I broke it week 1 of my senior year, and then I played 8 weeks with it broken. Because my biggest goal was to make playoffs as a senior. I want to take my team to playoffs. So I played 8 weeks with it broken, and then I ended up tearing my LCL as well. But that didn't need surgery. And then 2 weeks later, I was getting wrist surgery. I was getting back in the grind after that.
So, like, how did you handle, like, because I know for me, my recovery time, like, I had a hard time adjusting.
Yeah.
Because, like, I've been hurt, like, my whole junior year. I really was playing through it. And then after junior year, I had got surgery. So, like, during their recovery time, it's like, and then you're away from football. So, how did you handle that?
My biggest thing was I'm going to attack this recovery any way I can, right?
Mm-hmm.
The recovery process was supposed to be 6 months, and I made it back in 3 months. I told myself I was going to attack recovery, and as soon as I was hurt, like, I went to God. I was like, I know you got me here for a reason. Like things happen. Like, your journey ain't going to be easy. Like, there's bumps in the road, and that was one of my biggest bumps in the road. So I told myself, like, I ain't done playing football just as a senior. I'm not going to lose it. I'm not going to lose a sport that I love. So I was like, I'm going to attack this recovery harder than anybody else attacked it before. So the 6-month recovery turned into a 3-month recovery. And I got back into the hand doctor. And he ended up telling me I was the fastest recovery he'd ever seen with that injury. And I was like, that's exactly what I was trying to do. Like, that was my biggest thing. Like, it was hard to get that recovery process going because you're away from football. You're away from the guys. But at the end of the day, like, you know that they going to have your back no matter what. And you finna have theirs. So when I was hurt, like, I was cheering on our sophomore quarterback that we had. Man, did he rock out. So just got to be that leader no matter what adversity comes your way, because adversity finna come your way in life, and you just got to be able to punch it right in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? So
did you come back? Like, did y'all make playoffs and you came back? Like,
no. So he played the last 2 games. We ended up at 5-5. But I didn't end up coming back to end the season. I was out week 8, and then there was only 2 weeks left in our season, so I didn't come back until I think it was February. I was back in February, and then I was just hitting the field, getting that work in.
So how did you end up getting recruited by Simpson?
We had a showcase down in Arizona. There was a high school showcase that all the high schools in Tucson go to. And my junior year, I was out there, and at the time I was the backup quarterback. But Martinez was down there because he recruits my part of the state, well, the state in general, I guess. And he was down there, and ever since my junior year, them and I have kind of been chatting back and forth. We kind of kept that connection going, and then my senior year, my junior year, week 2, I ended up starting, and then the other kid came back and started week 3, and then I started the rest of the year after that. So after my junior year, it was like we really started communicating, we really started talking, and then ultimately they shot me the offer, and I was like ready to go, and we started that process and we got going.
Was that your first offer?
No, I had a couple offers before that. But this was the first like serious offer that I was really considering, because I had a few like NAIAs before that, which is really all we have in Arizona besides the D1 programs. So I had a couple of those, and then they shot me that offer, and that was the first one that I really considered.
Okay. That's crazy though. D-line, well, a defensive coordinator recruiting a quarterback. It's crazy work.
Yeah. Well, and to this day, he's one of my biggest fans, and we finna rock with each other. So.
Yeah. I see that. I see
sure.
that a lot.
Yeah, him and I is tight. So.
That's good. But that's all the questions I got from my boy Evan. Anything else you would like to say? Anything you would like to add on?
Man, everybody just praise God. Praise Him for the opportunities He's given you, and just continue to put one foot in front of the other and just lean on Him, and no matter what you're facing.
Yes, sir. Well, that's the end of this podcast, episode 20. Yes, sir. Big 20 at that, bro. I almost said 50.
You finna hit 50 real soon, bro.
Nah, real talk. How I'm recording, I'm going to hit 50
Right,
real
you
soon.
finna hit 50 real soon.
But I appreciate you for rocking with me. Hit that subscribe button. Turn the post notifications on. Don't forget to hit that like button. Share to all your friends, even athletes out there that need this advice from my boy Evan or any other guests I have on here. And that's it for me. Peace.